Hello, DE Psychology. Today you're going to take Gardner's multiple intelligence tests. At one time, this was a test of 7 different intelligences. It's now been expanded to 8, although the test that I am giving you does not have the naturalist intelligence in there. So we are going to do the paper pen test because there's a lot of ways to do this online, but unfortunately you have to pay for your results. So we're going to do it kind of the old-fashioned way, so you don't have to pay for the results. So, as we talked about in class, the multiple intelligence test is a takeoff from the idea behind the Stanford Binet. But in terms of Gardner, what he said was that we don't just have intelligence that we can test verbally or logically, that we have much more intelligence, many more intelligences, which includes visual, body, musical, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. As you watch the video about multiple intelligence tests before you take the test, it'll give you a better idea of what we're trying to do with this particular instrument. So once you're ready to once you've watched the video and once you're ready to take the quiz, then you're going to open up the multiple intelligence profile indicator in Kami, and that way you can circle your answers, okay? Now, there's a lot of vocabulary in these 70, I think it's something like, 42 questions. So you may have to look up what they mean on some of these things. Like, for instance, number 27 always causes questions. Economical in the use of body movements, meaning like you pretty much conserve your energy and use your body movements only when necessary. For instance, as I'm sitting on the couch today, I don't know where my water bottle is, and I would probably like my water bottle, but I have no reason other than to go upstairs and get my water bottle than to just get the water bottle. Here in a little bit, I'll need to go upstairs and grab a couple of papers. When I go upstairs to get the papers, I'll get the water bottle. That's economical in the use of my body movements, okay? So there might be a few questions like that, and I would just suggest looking them up. It's not the kind of test where if you look up the vocabulary test or the vocabulary that you're cheating. So feel free to do that. Make sure to read the directions. You're scoring yourself on how each statement fits you on a Likert scale of 0 to 4, okay? Once you've finished the test, then you can pause this video right now and finish the test, and then come back to the rest of the video, which will tell you how to score, which is a little bit more of a complicated process. So instead of me making a new video entirely for scoring, go ahead and pause this video now. Okay, scoring. So scoring is a little bit more complicated, and I think that's probably why that you have to usually pay for the results for Gardner's test, simply because the algorithm for that particular platform has to be a little more complicated than just giving you a amount that you got correct. So you're going to use this scoring sheet, open it up in Kami, and you're going to transfer all your responses from the values that you gave each question number. So for instance, question number 7 on the Myers-Briggs, or sorry, not the Myers-Briggs, we're doing Gardner's. Question number 7, whatever you scored yourself here, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then go ahead and put it right here. Okay, you're going to do that for each of the questions. Question 11, 16, 26, 31, 41. These were all the linguistic intelligence questions. So you need to write your score there. Then, once you've done your scores for all of the different categories of questions, then you're going to do something a little bit weird. You're going to multiply each response value as follows. So remember, number 7, I scored myself a 4 here, let's say. Now, I use this little key. If I scored myself a 4, I multiply 4 by 3. So I'm going to get 12. And I'm going to put the 12 right here in the B column. So I'll do that for all of my scores. So let's say for number 11, I scored myself a 0. I take 0 times 0. That's going to be a 0. I'll put 0 right here in the B category for number 11. Then, once I'm done with that, in column C, I'm going to add all of my scores here from column B for this particular category, and I'm going to divide it by 6. And I believe each column has 6 questions, so you're always going to divide whatever your total is from the B column by 6. Once you've gotten all of your scores for C, the average, which you want to round to the nearest whole number, then you can fill out this little chart. So let's say linguistically, all my questions after I divided by 6 averaged a 7. I'm going to put a little mark there for my Cami, maybe highlight that line to 7, and that way I can see where that intelligence is. By the time I'm done with the end of this page, I'll be able to see which of these intelligence is my strength intelligence. And then I'll also be able to see which of these intelligence is my secondary strongest. You may have ties for some of these. You may have 2 that are the exact same score that are both of your strength. Those are considered both your primary and secondary strength intelligences. You may have a primary intelligence. Let's say it was spatial. But then you have a tie for second, and it's bodily, kinesthetic, and interpersonal. That can happen. A lot of this happens because we are still in our development stages, especially at your age, of figuring out who we are and what our strengths and weaknesses are. Once you've done that, once you've done your primary and secondary intelligence, you can go to these charts here that has the PDF. And what you can do is just kind of investigate your various intelligences and what they say about you. So, for instance, there's that chart there. You can download it so you can see it a little better. You can just kind of look at what those descriptions are. All right, guys, that's it for Gardner's multiple intelligence tests. Once you have done that, then you'll know your intelligences. There'll be I just realized there's not a discussion here, and you can discuss your primary and secondary intelligence and what you think about in terms of do they fit you. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you later. Bye.